Hello, church. Welcome back to Be Bold, Be Humble, Believe. I'm excited to talk a little bit more about the parent influencer. We've been talking a little bit about that, and the truth is, I finished last time we were talking about do you see your child as gifted? And if, of course, you would see that. You would see where and how they exceed, and if where they having issues, where they struggle. You see that kind of stuff, and you take note of that. Um, I told you a story about my son at camp and how he was sensitive to the Spirit of God, and he came and prayed with us and prayed with my wife after there was some contention and after there was some discipline that took place. And he still went forward, and then he went and got us and prayed. So being sensitive to the Spirit, and I noticed, oh, that can be a gift for him. And how is it that we can further their gift and give them proof of that? My daughter is will volunteer for nursery here every once in a while, and she'll watch her cousins every once in a while. And what she does is she kind of becomes the teacher of that group of whoever she's with, whoever she's watching. The other volunteers in the nursery will absolutely let her just go to town and become the teacher of the day, and all the kids fall into line, and she'll organize them, and it is great to watch. She has a knack for for being a teacher, and it's great to watch. Her cousins are love that. One of the boys said, "It's just like being in school. I wish she wasn't watching me. I wish it was some. Can we go to Mimi's house when Bella's not in charge?" Was the question, because Bella organized everything and made it to where it was fun, but still, it was like being in school, and she has a knack for that. And but listen, an extremely gifted young person in the Bible was David, and you can read about all of his stuff and all the things that he did from a little boy. And of course, Goliath is the big one. But why would he face Goliath as a psalmist? I mean, he had a harp and he could play and write songs and such. But why would he go forward and fight Goliath? Except for he had proof that God would deliver him, because he had already faced a lion, he had already faced a bear, and he had proof. And he went forward to face Goliath, knowing God's on my side because of, well, what already happened and what already took place. And he even denied using the king's armor and the king's sword and all of that stuff because, well, I know what I have and I know it works. And I know that the sling works. And I know throwing a rock will actually work. And at the end, of course, he takes out the sword of Goliath, and he uses Goliath's sword to chop off his head. And so understand, we as parents, as the parent influencer, find your child's gift and do everything you can to amplify that and to feed into that and work at that. It is, what proofs are you offering for your children, just like David got of his God and the Lord coming through? What proofs are you gathering for yourself? Or have you gathered? The truth is, if you sit down and think about this for a while, pray about it, the Lord may bring some things to mind where, man, I didn't know what was going to happen at this point, but the Lord did something for me. My car broke down years ago, before I was even youth pastor. And we were just running one of the children's ministries here at the church, and I was not full time. And my wife was working, and this and that. But my car broke down, and I needed some way to get around. And but the car was in the shop, and it cost to fix it. It cost way too much, and we didn't have another option at the time. And so we were like, well, I got off the phone with the mechanic, and he gave me the price, and I was like, oh man. And I said, just give me to the end of the night. And it happened to be Wednesday. And I said, I'll give you a call back, and I'll let you know what we're going to do, because we couldn't afford that. It was a Wednesday night church service, and we go to church, and we're trying to not be discouraged and trying to help people. And we're going to go help in our children's program. We're going to get that going. And so we're helping with all that. And during the night, during church that evening, I got a check from somebody who wanted to just help us out, and it was not as much as we needed, but it was like, hey, that's wow, what a blessing. And I thought, okay, well, maybe we can afford it. And I wasn't sure. But then later, somebody else gave me another check that wasn't as much as the first one, but it came within $5 of what we needed to fix that car. And I was able to call the mechanic and tell him, hey, let's fix that now. And we have I can pay you, and we can take care of that. And what a blessing. I give that entirely to God. And that became a proof for me that the Lord takes care of us. The Lord takes care of me. And what proofs are we giving to our kids to grow them? And I thought, you know what, I'm going to have to, I don't know, I'm going to have to junk this car or something. But the Lord came through when when we really needed him to. The Lord knew that we were going to have 4 kids. The Lord knew what house we're gonna end up in. The Lord knew all of the questions of life. The Lord knew that how we could afford to. Now we've renovated our home and it's almost done. It looks so much better. If you saw the before and after pictures, you'd just be shocked. But I give that to the Lord. The Lord took care of us. The Lord has helped us through that. The Bible says, Jeremiah 29:11-12. For I know the thoughts that I have toward you, saith the Lord, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. And then verse 12, then shall ye call upon me, and ye shall go and pray unto me, and I will hearken unto you. The Lord knows. The Lord wants to take care of us. But we grow our faith because of bigger proof. And the farther we're backed into a corner, or when we're about to fall off a cliff, the hardest parts of our life, that's when the Lord grows our faith. He came through and he calmed the storm. He calmed us, or he helped us through it when it's most dark, when it's most difficult. That's when we grow our faith. But it's the same thing with our kids. If we are calming all the storms for them, if we are giving them everything that they seem to want or need, then they won't have the proof that they can go out and live in this world and they can take care of themselves. And even spiritually, we don't. I've already told you, don't tell them that they're saved because you remember a time. Confirm that they're saved because they know the time. But then also, as we live our life with them and they're in our house, they should be working. They should be having jobs. They should be taking care of themselves. They need proof. Just like we need proof of our faith of God, and we write those down and we thank God for them, they need proof that they can go on and take on Goliath, just like David took on the lion and the bear beforehand. And they say, listen, that child can go, hey, I can go to college over here, or I can get my own job and I can save my money, and I can go get insurance for myself. I can go get a car loan for myself. Why? Because I have the proofs at home where mom and dad walked me through and showed me how to do those things. Now I can do them. And they allowed me to do things that were difficult at home. Therefore, I can do things that are difficult as an adult. And that's our job as parents. We're taking care of God's precious gifts of children. And we must find out what they're good at, find out their gifts, and do everything that we can to promote that and push that. And so I hope that was an encouragement and help to you today. God bless you. Have a great week.